My name's Jennifer Forster, and my husband and I own a financial firm. I found Iguard International through a referral. Noticed an obedient dog in our business office space and just observed its behavior and thought it was great. Was impressed. Actually, Nick came to our home because he wanted to observe the dog in its natural environment, which I thought was wonderful because dogs behave differently in different environments. So it was great to see that he would want to know how the dog behaved on its own. He sat back and observed, told us he wanted us to know what kind of a plan the dog we'd want for the dog, what we'd want out of our dog, and then was basically evaluating the dog's potential and our family environment. He asked us what we would like the dog to be able to do, what our wish list was for the dog, what we'd like to see the dog be able to accomplish. He made reference to the fact that he wanted the dog to be able to perform for us. And I'd never thought about that before. What would I like the dog to be able to do for us? He taught us to be able to communicate with the dog, understand the dog's language, and be able to not be afraid of being in charge. Our dog was very wild, very disobedient, very hyper, jumped up on our children, which was a big concern, and within 2 training sessions the dog sits on command, walks on a leash on command, will lay down in a specific area for up to 20 minutes. It was very impressive. I don't think all dog trainers take the time to understand the dog and the family, because part of training a dog, I think, is also training the owners. We feel that Nick is not the average dog trainer. He goes above and beyond. He answers his cell phone to take question calls. He basically becomes like a family member, in particular during the training process, to make sure that we understand what our responsibilities are and how to take care of our dog. And it's unlike any other dog training experience I've had. And our dog has learned a tremendous amount in such a brief amount of time that I would highly recommend him to anyone. Because of Iguard International and our training with Nick, we have a much more rewarding relationship with our dog. Our dog is pleasant to be around, a joy to have, and more like a family member as opposed to a job. If you're thinking about purchasing a dog, in particular a German Shepherd, I would highly recommend Iguard International. I've had a positive experience with them. I like everything about them. I've heard only good things about them. They've come specifically recommended to us from very respected people in our community, and we have nothing negative to say. We've had a great experience.
We lost our dog that we had for a few years, and so I decided I wanted to get another dog. As soon as I got here and I met Nick and his wife and family, and they brought the puppies out, I was just like, this is the puppy I want. And took a look at his dogs, and I had looked at dogs, all kinds of dogs, but I'd never seen anything like this quality. I can call Nick any time of the day, and if he can't talk to me, I'll just leave a message, and within a very short period of time he'll call me back. And of course, it's the first time I'd had a purebred dog, so I had a lot of questions, and every time I called him, he called me right back, and everything was, yeah, we can fix that, don't worry about that. It was nothing, you know. So the service is great. I really love working with Iguard International, and Nick has been really good about helping me through all the puppy stages. I tell everybody about Iguard International everywhere I go. Where I'm running Nick's dog, I ran Unique and my little puppy, and everybody stops and asks me, where did you get that dog? I tell everybody, Iguard International, yes, it's the best.
A quality breeder, in my opinion, is a person that pays attention to detail. He pays attention to his animals, and Nick fits that bill 100%. And I have the utmost respect for him and his dogs. I have examined many of Iguard's puppies, and they are, my opinion, top-of-the-line puppies. I found no problems with them. If I was looking for a German shepherd puppy, I would go see Iguard International.
Well, I needed a service dog, that was obvious. We set up a date to come and see the pups and the dam, and when I got there, I was so impressed with Heidi, the dam of this dog, that I fell in love. But I tested her by getting out of my chair and falling down to see how she reacted. Didn't faze her, nor did it faze any of the puppies. But these pups were so social, and so they didn't have a problem. As a matter of fact, most of them came over and attempted to do what he does automatically and did, to put their nose under me to kind of lift me down to get up. And I had never seen that in a herd of hairy bellies before. As a service dog, he has multiple tasks. One he picked up on his own. That's when I'm lying in bed. If I go to fall out of bed, which I used to do a lot, he gets up, moves to that side, and blocks me falling out of bed. He gets me out of bed in the morning. This is a designed collar he has a loop in it because he's not going to wear his vest at night. So he pulls me up out of the chair. He can do that too, which is another reason for a shepherd, because I needed a large dog that could handle that. But he helps me stand. He helps me in the shower, getting in and out of the shower so I don't fall. Keeps bullies from kicking sand in my face. I know that sounds silly, but I had a new van, ran out of gas in Montana, had an old pickup out behind. Two yahoos got out. Gunner, sit. And he was 8 months old at the time. They jerked open my van doors when they saw me in a wheelchair, and he came out of the back. He scared me. I'd never seen that in him before. And they took to their feet, and I went, "You've got a home for life, boy." As a friend, I'll be honest, I also suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder to the max. And this dog can calm me quicker than anything else on earth. When I wake up at night in cold sweats or whatever, he's right there. I can put my hand on him, and he knows exactly what kind of state of mind I'm in. He's not only a service animal. I'll be honest, if he wasn't a service animal, he would still be my absolute best friend. I'm never alone. We're together 24/7, and I wouldn't want it any other way. This dog not only is a friend, but he's saved my life on numerous occasions. I can't even imagine living without him. Go to an off-leash park or something sometime and see the shepherds that are there as compared to the shepherds that come from Iguard International. These dogs are the real thing. The breeding is exquisitely done. Iguard International, frankly, produces the best German shepherds I personally know of, and from the response of other people to this dog, I think that Iguard International simply produces the best. Bar none.